Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to go ahead and start. I want to welcome you all to APLC Day School Parent Orientation Night. I know it's hard to come here with our busy schedules and responsibilities, so I really am grateful that you could make it tonight. We have some very important information to share with you. And in past years, we have started our orientation with a quote by Fred Rogers. And I want to share it with you because I think that it sums up what we're about. It's a reflection of our passion and why we like what we do. So it says, I'm sorry, I'm nervous, talking in public. It says, our job in life is to help people realize how rare and valuable each one of us really is. That each one of us has something that no one else has or ever will have, something inside that is unique to all time. It's our job to encourage each other to discover that uniqueness and to provide ways of developing its expression. Okay, APLC is NAUIC accredited. What this means is that we are held to a high degree and standard of quality. We have lower staff-to-child ratios. Our group sizes are smaller. We are child-centered and developmentally appropriate. We have wonderfully, highly qualified, and continuously trained staff. We provide a safe and nurturing learning environment, and most important of all, that for some reason you can't see there, I don't know why, but it is very important, is family involvement. So these three things, teachers, parents, and administrators, working together to provide that level of quality for your children. Okay, some of you, if you've been here in the past, will be familiar with our parent handbook. If you're new, you may have received it this morning or will receive it tonight. And a lot of the information that we're going to go through tonight is in the parent handbook, and if you have any other questions, you'll probably find the answers in the parent handbook, so I encourage you to read it. Anytime you may have a question, of course, you can always come to us and ask us as well. Okay, so arrival and departure. All classes will use the main entrance to drop off children at the beginning of the day and during pickup. There we will scan their barcodes and a teacher will walk them over to the classroom. And about drop-off, we encourage you to have your child walk into the school instead of holding them. And also, it's very important to convey a sense of positivity, a sense of security, that you're taking them to a fun and safe place. I know you're nervous. There might be tears. Most probably there will be tears, the kids or yours. But we have seen in the past that children may cry, but as soon as you take a few steps away, they'll be okay. If you're still concerned, you can give us a call. We will be glad to give you feedback on how they're doing, so you can, be assured that they'll be okay. What else? It is best to leave toys at home or in the car, not bring them to school. If your child is in the pre-K2 class, they might bring a lovey, a blanket, and that's okay. We will put those in their cubbies, and during nap time, they can have those. But for older children, it's best not to bring any toys. Now, in the afternoon, you will have the opportunity to pick up your child in their classroom, and this will be great to, connect with teachers, see how their day was, and all of that. Communication. We ask that you please check your email at least once a week. Most of our communication for you will be through email. We have the school-wide newsletter. The teachers send their monthly newsletters and updates through email. And also we have parent communicators that will be sending you weekly information about events that are going on that week, anything that is needed in the classroom. And we also have a whiteboard, sometimes outside, that may have information about recalls. We have their classroom bulletin boards with, their lesson plans, calendars. And you will receive a directory with a calendar, the information of the board, and family contact information. Now, parent communicators for this year, in the pre-K2 class, we have Kyle Jawasko, who's Collier's mom. We have Ashley Ward, who's Donovan's mom, and Airuvi Moose in the pre-K4/5 class, who's Apollo's mom. These parents will be responsible for sending out emails, reminders for parents and families about upcoming events, projects, book orders, anything that teachers ask for, diapers, all that kind of stuff, information on Trail Riders Breakfast, Fiesta, or our silent auctions. So be sure to look for an email from them confirming your information, and again, please be sure to check your email every week. Tuition payments. Tuition is due on the 1st of every month. In your child's folder, you will find either a pink card or a yellow card. Now, and that will be like your reference, like if you don't know how much I need to pay, you can look at the folder, it'll be on there. You may have already paid for September, and so you'll only owe this month the first half of the supply fee. We accept check, electronic checks, cash, and credit card payments. But if you do pay with a credit card, we ask that you click the box to offset it's a service fee of about 3%. We do have a new system coming soon, so more information will be given to you about that. The only thing we're asking is that you do not set up any recurring payments for now. Also on our website, you will find the program fees. If you don't have access to that tuition card, you can find the fees on the website. Now, directory and email info. I guess this morning teachers were asking you to check if all your information was right. Also, when you filled out your online form, there was a spot where you could decline or agree to have your information on the directory. We highly encourage that you include it. Even if it's not all your information, at least the child's name. This directory does not go out to anyone except families in the program, and it's very helpful for play dates, birthdays, so that parents can know who's in the class, how many invitations to send, who do I call if if my son wants a play date with them, that kind of stuff. So if you declined, I will contact you and ask at least to have the child's name on the directory. If your child is going to be absent, please call the school by 9 a.m. If they are sick, please keep us informed, especially if they have pink eye, a stomach bug. We are monitoring. If something, comes up, we want to be able to tell parents to be, aware that there might be a stomach bug or pink eye, so they can be, looking for symptoms and that kind of thing. We never say who the children are that have it, but we just want to keep parents informed. We go by Northeast calendar, so we basically have the same holidays, everything, except that we start school a little later than they do, and we finish a little earlier than they do. And also, we have 2 parent conferences a year where we don't have school. The first one is in the fall, November 12th, on a Wednesday, and the second one is on May 5th next year, and we do have childcare available while conferences are going on. But you may request to schedule a conference at any time. If you have any concerns, you want to talk to teachers about any questions you may have, they'll be happy to meet with you. Now, when we are assessing your children, we use Teaching Strategies Gold, and this is an online tool. The teachers take hundreds of pictures of your children, they observe them, they document everything that's going on in their learning journey, and then they input it into the system, and it helps them to see where they are, what they may need help with, but you will receive a lot more information about that on your first parent conference. Okay, meals and snack. You will provide a lunch and a snack every day. We have examples of good lunches and snacks on the bulletin board across from the day school office. And your teacher will let you know if there's any allergies. I don't believe we have many of those, just so you're aware. And please do not send any foods that require heating or refrigeration. For safety reasons, These foods are not allowed because they are choking hazards for children under 4 years old. It's hot dogs, either whole or sliced into rounds, hard pretzels, whole grapes, spoonfuls of peanut butter, even those dipping cups of peanut butter, nuts or peanuts, raw chunks of carrots, vegetables, or meat larger than can be swallowed whole. No popcorn, no raw peas. Once they turn 4 and they're in the 4s classroom, they can have all of that. But if your child is in the 3s classroom and they turn 4, since not all children have turned 4, they can't bring it either. This is a picture of the bulletin board outside. It contains a lot of useful information. There's ideas for lunch right there. The school newsletter will be on there. Any information on parent coffee gatherings or any other events that are going on will be on there as well. Okay, chapel. We provide chapel once a week in the outdoor chapel area, or as long as weather permits, and if not, we'll have it in here. Pastor Steve and Mrs. Barnes is our chapel leader this year, so they will be doing songs, and the children will sing and sign. They'll be learning about Jesus through Bible stories, and we also have a puppet show each month. At chapel, we also celebrate birthdays. So if your child has an upcoming birthday, you will be contacted with an invitation to come and celebrate their birthday during chapel. You are welcome and invited to donate a book for their classroom in honor of their birthdays. And we have books available for purchase in the day school office, or they can choose a book, you can get it and just bring it. They'll sing happy birthday, and they really enjoy chapel. One more thing about chapel. The pre-K 4/5 classroom has chapel on Tuesdays, and the pre-K 3 class has chapel on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for those children that don't attend on Tuesdays. If they have a birthday and you're having a party and you would like us to distribute invitations, we'll be happy to do that as long as all children in the class are invited. And if your child has a summer birthday, please contact Mrs. Barnes so they can celebrate before the end of the school year. Now, how can you help? Tonight you will be receiving a parent volunteer sheet. There are many ways that you can help us. We have a basket coordinator, class project coordinator. You may want to be a board member. Actually, we need board members, please. And librarian or puppeteer. You could be a puppeteer. We have 2 fundraisers a year. One is an open house on November 6th. This takes place in the gym. You will come, see their classrooms. The children will have worked on a special project that they may want to show you, and then they'll sing some songs for you in the gym. It's really, really sweet. And then we have an online silent auction starting March 23rd, which will end on the 26th with a family night. This takes place in the gym. We have a catered meal. It's a really fun event for all the family and friends of APLC. Now, what is a class project coordinator? This parent will be responsible for enlisting parents in their child's class to complete one class project for the silent auction in March. These projects don't have to be very complicated. There's lots of ideas on Pinterest. You can come to us. We have lots of ideas too. And we are asking each family to donate $5 to help offset the cost of this project. So, that's it. And then we also have the class basket coordinator, and this parent is responsible for collecting theme-related items donated from each family and then assembling them into a basket for the night of the auction. We will have a meeting in September, most likely during our first parent coffee gathering, just to go over the guidelines and explain a little bit more about this. If you're interested in doing that, please let me know. Okay, health, safety, and supervision. We go out, Texas has very extreme weather, but we will go out and play regardless, as long as it's safe, as the guidelines allow. If it is raining, we will use the gym, but we do ask you to be mindful of the weather. If the teachers, well, we ask for a change of clothes. So if the weather is getting cooler, it's changing, please, swap those clothes out for appropriate weather. Now, if your child gets sick at school or at home, in order to be able to return to school, they must be free of symptoms of illness for at least 24 hours. And also, if we call you and your child is sick here at school, they cannot come back the other day. We'll have to wait 24 hours until they are symptom-free. Security system. Okay, so the main doors are locked from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We have cameras. If someone rings the doorbell, if someone comes to the building, we can see who it is, and we can decide if we let them in or we don't let them in. We have an intercom system in every classroom. We have intruder alert alarms located in every classroom, outside near the playgrounds, and in the day school office. Now, we will only release your child to authorized people that you tell us it's okay. My mother-in-law, their aunt, their grandpa. If they're on the list, you don't have to do anything. We will just check they're on the list. We will check their ID. But if it's someone that is not on the list, like a fellow parent or a friend, they must show an ID. We will ask for you to email us with their name, and they must show an ID. We will make a copy of the ID. We will initial it or sign it, and they will take that to the teacher so the teacher knows that that child can be released to them. Otherwise, they cannot. It's for safety reasons. Now, confidentiality. All your children's files and portfolios are kept under lock. The only people that are allowed to see those files are licensing representatives that may want to check immunization records are up to date or anything like that, that everything's compliant. NAEYC assessors, if they visit, and the staff. We have fire drills held monthly. Severe weather drills and lockdown drills are held quarterly. And in case of evacuation, let's say there's a fire, there's a gas leak, the children will be taken to Coker Elementary. We have an agreement with them, so they know we would come. We would bring all emergency forms with us and contact you, and also contact any emergency personnel that is necessary. And finally, playground usage after school. We have an ongoing curriculum in the playground, so we set up different things and we change them out every so often, every 2 weeks. So we ask that you use the playground after 2:15, so teachers have a chance to put everything away. And we also ask to please supervise your children at all times. Your children know the rules of the playground. So if you see them climbing on the drums, climbing on the roof of the house, they know it's not okay. Please help us by reminding them. We want to avoid accidents. It's just a safety issue. We have the guidelines posted there, so just take a look at them and just please be careful with your kids. We want you to enjoy the playground, but in a safe way. So check out our website. There's a lot of important information there. We have a calendar. We have our fees, our philosophy, lots of different things. Like us on Facebook. We post on Facebook information, very useful information as well. Okay, so this year we need a volunteer to chair Teacher Appreciation and help with the organization of this. It consists of a catered lunch. I don't know if, yes. We have Helen Kiefer here from last year. She was our chair, and she's gonna come up and just tell you a little bit about what is involved in being Teacher Appreciation Chair. Thank you.
Happy to be here. Okay, I've done Teacher Appreciation for the last 2 years, but my kids aren't here anymore. So I'm looking for people to take it over this year. It's really not that crazy, but it's the one way we celebrate our teachers throughout the year. It's a lunch at both the fall conference and the spring conference. So you'll get something asking for donations to pay for the lunch, we only ask one time, so you're not going to get asked again. It's just a one-time donation. We use that money for lunch. We try to get enough food so that they can eat lunches for the whole week. So yes, whoever wants to help, it is not as hard as it sounds, but it makes a big impact. I'm happy to help whoever wants to take it on in any way. And I was really happy to come back. I was like, it's so nice to be back. So yes, there you go.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so what we need from you is to turn in your parent volunteer forms, to make sure you check your email every week, to check that your address on your phone is correct for the directory, and once you have completed the forms online, all that you need is to update as necessary. So if you change your address, if you change your phone, or there's any kind of change, please go back online and update it for us and let us know so that we can update our information too, our files. And also, we need Play-Doh. Okay, before questions and everything, I just want to remind you, some parents have asked me, well, what about clothes? What do we want them to wear? Comfortable, durable clothes that you don't mind will get dirty and messy. They play with paint, they play with water, they run, and also very important that they wear socks and closed-toed shoes. This is to avoid accidents and also to help them be stable on their feet. They run, they climb. We want them to develop, not only socially, emotionally, academically, but also, motor skill-wise, like physically. And we have an open door policy, so if you have any questions, if you want to ask them right now, you can ask any questions if you have any. Yes.
Can you tell me what time snack and lunch are? Because I totally watched that in the summer.
Uh-huh.
Packing too big of a snack because I thought.
I would say it's at around 9:30, 10-ish. Yes. Okay, well, you're always welcome to come in the office, ask us any questions, come to us with any concerns. We love what we do. We want to help you. We want your kids to be successful and happy here at APLC. So just keep that in mind. And thank you for attending.